Cheers, lads. Very good morning to you over there. First and foremost, one for both of you. I'll throw to Will first. Just give us your feelings, thoughts, now you've had the chance to process that result, because it was certainly amazing for all of us watching Herbie here in Australia.
Yeah, pretty special. We enjoyed last night, got around each other. And just the way to fight back there, like the first 20, it was tough. Even watching it back was a lots to look at. But yeah, the end result, well, what a feeling, what a game, and what a place to do it at.
As an additional follow-up on that, James, obviously you've kind of been in the squad, you were in the squad for the whole of the Lions tour, and you've kind of been there observing it. What was kind of the feelings when you first were called in, and then when the side was down, by 20 odd points? What was kind of the headspace when you guys were all under the posts, and how you kind of regathered and built your way back in from there?
Geez, there's about 4 questions there, so I'll just answer the last one. Yeah, look, I'm not going to lie, like that first 15, I possibly didn't pick the right opportunities at the start, but from my point of view, I knew we had to play to beat the Boks, especially in these conditions, so possibly pushed it a little bit too much, but I felt like we built into the game and regathered and then started to create well. But yeah, look, there was never, I feel like there was never any almost loss of belief when we were behind those posts, because we could see the opportunities, we could see the spaces, and like, to be fair, the Boks were clinical. That first 20 when they were going sideline to sideline and where they were pulling us apart, every little error we made, they won the balls on the ground, they won the contest in pretty much every area of the game, and they made us pay for it, and they showed what they could do. 22 unanswered points straight away. So big effort from our group to just stay engaged and stay in the fight, and then just build our way back in. But I always knew we were capable of doing it. There's a strong belief in the group. We just had to play our rugby and take our moments, which I felt like we did in the end.
Hey, congratulations, boys. James, bring us in like post the result, and you've won. What's the feeling like? What are the messages from the senior leaders around what it took, and what was actually being said kind of post game?
I think it's first enjoying the moment, because it has been 62 years.
Yeah,
62 years since we've won at Ellis Park. So that's a special thing as a group to get after and to be a part of, especially with that comeback. But I think it was, look, we enjoyed each other's company, but that's the thing about rugby, you're sort of already on to next week. Well, I know my mind went there, and I thought straight away, what are they going to be coming with? 6-2 bench, back to basics, bomb squad, aerial contest. They're going to meet us in the trenches there, so I'm already thinking about what's coming and then just focusing on recovery. But we did enjoy each other's company a little bit, didn't we?
a couple of beverages.
Pato, you want to go? Yeah, Pato, you go.
Yeah, well, I guess you're talking a lot about belief there. Maybe both of you guys, if I can get a comment, but it's impact around that belief. You've both been around the Wallabies for a long, long time. Are there certain wins where that what you've achieved can really ratchet that belief up a lot? Given what the adversity, I suppose, that you overcame yesterday.
Yeah, for sure. I think, definitely it's been building throughout the Lions series as well. We didn't have the best start against the Lions in the first test as well, so we sort of had that coming into this game. 22-0 under the posts. Like Rabsy said, we stuck to the game plan. We stuck to the processes. We stuck in there and we fought to come back to when we got the game. So, no, I'm extremely proud of this group and how we fought and just we had a really good week of preparation and to put a performance out like that, it's really. Oh, mate, it's just a great feeling. And like Rab said, a lot of the boys are already on to next week as well. Boys are reviewing, everyone's clipping stuff. We know what's going to come. They're going to go back to how they go. They're going to try and punch you in the face this week. So we're going to have to be ready, have a good week of preparation again, and really fly into them.
James, you know that.
Oh, sorry, I've got a couple of questions if I can. Firstly, again for either who I said, do you normally watch reviews so quickly, or was this one that you just really wanted to watch?
I review the game straight after it. I can't sleep until I've watched it, so
Yeah, I'm the same.
watch the game over, take the points from it, and then probably watch it again on the plane to Cape Town, get our little tweaks, and then obviously we'll get the review points from the coaches as well. So that'll be another enjoyable task, especially watching that first 15 from me.
And I guess the natural tendency, and we're kind of guilty of this being in the media, is that when you have a win like
Sorry,
this,
man, we couldn't hear that part.
One of the sort of follow-ons from this is people get really excited about wins and start talking about what the team can do from here. You know, one of the things it's automatically you're now a World Cup contender. Do you put limits on yourself after these type of wins? Do you feel like there's no limits?
Oh man, we take it game by game. Like we're on to that next moment, and that's the next game in Cape Town. Obviously, we enjoyed last night. We enjoyed getting that win, getting that dub, but we're solely focused on our preparation leading into this week. We know how good of a team the Springboks are, and you saw that first 20. 22-0 is a tough place to come back from, and you know that might not be the same next week. There might be 40 minutes. They might have that fast start, so we're going to have to prepare as well as we can and really galvanize this week, because we've got a few bruised bodies. We've got a few boys coming into camp too, so everything's going to be flying into our preparation to make sure we can put out a performance again.
Yeah, like it's awesome to feel like we can create, and we've got players and a team and a squad and a whole base that can put a job forward and get it done. But at the end of the day as well, the Boks left some points out there, and they're going to be coming next week. So I think the big test is going to be Cape Town for us, how well we double down, because it's going to be a battle, that's for sure.
Yeah, players always talk about belief, and like it's been a common theme over the last 12 months under Joe's watch, like the belief of the team. Is it a different type of belief under Joe compared to different coaches, or is it more or less the same sort of thing? Like, what have you noticed the real big differences?
Well, for me, I think it's pretty similar to every other coach that you have. You speak about buy-in, like, man, everyone buys into whatever coach you have. I think maybe we've found something that works for us in terms of really nailing the basics. Joe's massive on the fundamentals. He's really hard on us, and you can tell that by the time that the game comes, we're playing free because we've done the work during the week. And yeah, I don't know, Rabs, you've been around a lot longer than me. Like, not that long. But yeah, you've had a lot more coaches in this space. But no, for me, yeah, I think the belief's always there. Whatever coach we have, like, you're playing for Australia. Like, that's all the motivation you really need.
I think you're always going to turn up in that jersey. I think the belief comes from as well as we've put the work in. We have a game plan we believe in, and we've got it's playing to a specific skill set that I believe that suits the group. And hey, like Will said, like the detail is very specific. So then when you get into the game, you can almost just let go and play the pictures that you're seeing. But in terms of that as well, I feel like we've spoken about building and this and that. We've got young men who are men now. And have played together, building combinations, and that's sort of where that belief comes with when the guy beside you know quite well, and the other guy on the other side of you you've been playing with for 5, 6, 7 years. So I think that's what sort of galvanizes the group. And you look at some of the best teams in the world, it's that harmony and that sync within the playing group. So I think that's where we're sort of getting to. And you can feel that's that essence that I feel like is in the group that I've seen from the outside, like during that Lions series, and then got to be a part of obviously last night.
Just a quick one, Will. Like you're obviously here in South Africa. Are you likely to come back to Oz after for the next leg of the TRC?
Yeah, I'll be on the flight home. Yeah, definitely. We're having ongoing conversations on what the rest of the TRC looks like, but yeah, we'll have we'll have a think this week and have a chat with Brains Trust and see where we can get to.
Moreno?
Hi, good morning from Italy, and congratulations for a big win. Just a question maybe to James O'Connor, because it was on the field at the end. There was the sensation, the feeling that probably the fitness and the freshness of the Wallabies were superior than the one of the Springboks. Do you agree with that? And on the pitch, were you feeling that?
From my point of view, I knew if we played an expansive sort of style and we kept the ball in play, I felt like the speed of Super Rugby this year was something I hadn't felt before, even in Test footy. So I felt like the boys would be prepped to be able to play that sort of right into the end of the 80. Not going to lie, we got lucky a few times when they made breaks and fumbled it, and then we had some individual brilliance from some of our players. But in terms of, in terms of that fitness sort of element, you look at the end of that game when the whistle was blowing, there wasn't too many chahoos. Everyone was sort of gasping for breath. I know I've even got a little bit of a chest cough. I think the altitude finally got me. Haven't played 80 minutes in a while though. That's probably part of it too.
You weren't supposed to last, eh?
Currently.
James, I think your career in the Wallabies now spans close to 17 years, which is a record. I think you said on the TV afterwards it was your favourite win. Is that right, mate? Like, you played in a lot of Test matches, or was it like your favourite win in South Africa? Like, where does that rank for you as far as wins for the Wallabies?
It's so hard to put. I feel like I've had 3 or 4 different lifetimes in rugby. So from each sort of almost generation, I feel like I've got a favourite game. But that one in particular was special because even I doubted myself. Like, I'm not going to lie, I came into camp and I was like, wow, have I bitten off more than I can chew here? Like, the boys are training at an intensity and a speed that I'm not up to yet. I've just slowly gone about my work, slowly built, and like, to be honest as well, like, I've spent every game on the bench this year, finishing games off, and that's sort of the role I'd almost created, not for myself, but with, I guess, the other coaches and stuff. So when Joe gave me the nod, I'm not going to lie, like, man, I was bloody excited, and I'm always up for it. I want it bad, but at the same time, there is that little voice in the back of your head that's like, you reckon you can take the Springboks on? You reckon you can live up to the words you've spoken out there? So from my point of view, this one was so special because first 15 minutes, like, the building into that game, I didn't build it perfectly at all, but I'm a competitor and I'm going to keep, if I see a picture, I'm going to play, I'm going to take it on. So I feel, I guess, proud and humbled and grateful because eventually, like, we all synced up, we got on the same page, and things just started working. And it wasn't like beautiful rugby at times, and it wasn't the perfect game. There was a lot of to and fro, back and forth, but we just stayed in the fight, and we stayed hungry, and we stayed working for each other, and eventually, it paid off. So again, to win at Alice Park, like, it is not so much like a fairy tale, but it is, for me, it's incredible. Like, I'm a very grateful man right now, but at the same time, I know what's coming next week.
Time for
James, do you dare to dream, James, where you could actually go? Like, it's midway, it's only 2 years out from a World Cup. Like, do you dare to dream that you're playing still in a couple of years' time, and you never know? Like, experience counts clearly out on the field, because Quaid in 2021, Bernard a year later against the ABs, almost, big win there. Like, experience is important, right?
It is, indeed, it is important. I feel it's good to have sort of seniors around the group who've sort of been there and been amongst it. At the same time, like, there's, again, you always have the devil and the angel. Part of me, I feel like it's week to week. The other part of me would love to be a part of it, and it's like, why not? I need a goal. If I don't have something to sink my teeth into, then I won't keep playing. So if I have a goal, then I can keep working and I can keep striving and getting up and trying to improve myself and grow on my game. Whereas if the finish line's right there, it'll come pretty quickly. So I'm not really in a place to talk about that right now. I've played one game, and even then it was scratchy. So let's wait after a couple more. Eh?
And the Boks are probably going to make a couple of changes. Like, Rassie's already indicated it, and you guys are expecting a response. Do you guys feel like you want to be able to be out? Like, there's obviously a couple of injuries in camp too, but do you want the ability to be able to go out there, another full strength team, not holding back anything for Argentina?
Oh, they'll be up to Joe. We've spoken about having a squad mentality, and anyone who puts on the jersey will do his job. Solely agree with that. Like I'm really like you come to training, and the way that we compete week in week out, like you can tell, Rabs is saying it, the intensity that we have during the week. If anyone goes down, we've had 2 weeks now where guys have gone down on a Thursday, 2 games, and boys have stepped up. So I'm not really worried about that, and they'll be up to the coaches to see what they see, and hopefully we can have a great performance again.
I think knowing Joe as well, we'll be going after it.
Yeah, we always go after it, don't we?
There's like, you can't not go after it. Like, and I think as well for our group, like, this is the beautiful thing about international rugby. Like, we're about to verse the world champs again after they've been wounded. Like, they're going to put on a display. Like, it's going to be brutal out there. It's going to be a contest, and we want to see where we're at. Like you were saying before, there's talk, there's a lot of things in the peripheral, but as a group, we'll galvanise, and whatever the 15 and 23 is, we'll make a plan and stick to it as best as we can.
That's it, yeah.
And get after it.